Sure. So, good afternoon, guys. What we have is a language as a service platform. And let us look at the stats in India. There are about 950 million literates in India, and about 750 odd million people, that is 75 crore people, are literate, but not English language literate. Okay? Interestingly, about 250 million internet connections in India. And what has happened is that almost all of the English literate people are kind of hooked to the internet, but a whole lot of people who can read and write, but cannot read and write in English, have no use for this technology. So now, for the internet. Now, what is happening is there's a huge push to for inclusive development and all of that, all of that jargon which is there. The question is, how do you make internet useful for the rest of the country? You know, when people don't even have, when people are not even able to understand the content out there. I had slides about the statistics, but then quickly, about 57% of the content on the web is in one language, which is English. Indic languages, that is Indian languages or Brahmic scripts, they form about 0.01% of content on the World Wide Web. Whereas India is about, we all know, it is about 17.5% of the world. So 1.2 billion people, out of which about 950 million people can read and write English or in Indic languages. They are represented by only 0.01% content on the World Wide Web. Now that is a huge digital divide. It's people who can understand just don't have access to that content. That is the kind of divide that we are bridging. And what we are saying is that English language, you can read content, you can interact with each other, you can discover, you can search for new content. But do you have a similar experience in other languages? Can you do that in Telugu? Can you do that in Kannada? Do you have websites? Can you interact with each other on all devices? The answer is no. So, rich interaction experience has been built in English, but the same is not the case with a whole lot of Indian languages. And we guys have technologies which bring that language experience to everyone. So any content in any form, apps or web pages, any form, in English or in any language can be converted automatically into any language on any device. This is not a pipe dream, this is actually a technology promise, and we guys are delivering on it. We have our solutions on about 200 million devices worldwide. We work with the top 7 smartphone manufacturers in India. Our solutions have benefited about 200 million citizens in India through various e-governance initiatives. We have a whole bunch of apps, and to give you a perspective, there's a small keypad app which we have, which has been downloaded by 3 million users in the past 6 months, and so on and so forth. We have got tie-ups across telecom service providers, across internet service providers. And so the whole idea is to bring this language experience across content in any language to any language across the users. That's what we are. And we have, coming to the last part, and one of the most interesting part is, we are delivering this technology as a platform. So anyone can use this platform of ours to build services and apps and content and deliver it to their intended audience. So state governments can build technologies, can build apps and make it accessible. Individual developers and organizations can make it accessible. So right now we have got the connectivity in terms of mobile device manufacturers. We've got the connectivity in terms of the telecom service providers and so on and so forth. We've got this access, and we've opened up our platform, our developer platform, to a whole lot of people who can build apps and make hyper-local apps available to right down to the last node, last leaf node of the country. So that's the amount of possibilities. Incidentally, we are also the founding member of something called the Indian Language Internet Alliance, which is ILIA. We are founding members along with Google and a whole lot of media companies in India. The mission, ILIA mission, we are charter leaders for the technology, for one of the technology charters called Access. And the charter is to bring the next 300 million internet users next 300 million Indians onto the internet. And this is possible only through local language internet. So that's what we guys are doing. We are enabling local language internet access across the length and breadth of the country. And of course, there's a huge international footprint as well, so that also is there. We've got our technology platform open for everyone to use, for people to build apps on, and for people to test and monetize. We've got all the technology tie-ups, we've got all the ecosystem tie-ups, and it's just right there ready for all of you guys to use. Just get in touch with me, and we have all the enablers in place. And we are looking for a great ride ahead with everyone else. Thank you.